Peasant Productions presents the mathematics of ESP, why it works even if you don't believe in it. Kind of an offshoot here to put on one side. One of the reasons why I am such a pusher of looking to see possibilities, not to believe every possibility is going to happen, not to become paranoid, not to become weird, just to be weird or anything like that. I mean, I joined the Freemasons electric lullaby. I don't know, something weird. Okay, no, that's not the issue. The idea is that the more stuff you know involving a circumstance or a situation, the more you know about a piece of equipment, the better you can use it. i.e., I've been using Photoshop for roughly 25 years or so. I've been using Adobe Illustrator even longer. There are little bits and pieces of stuff I have picked up along the way that I know how to do that you only get by using something for a long time. Okay. You are getting a lot of data. You're getting a lot of ability to use that data. Okay? It's a two-way street there. You have to have the inflow in order to understand there's an enormous amount of stuff available to you. You have to have the time to sit and think and process it. Now, this is one of the reasons why very intelligent people don't try and ramble really fast or give you short little answers. They want to give you in-depth understanding of what they're trying to show. This is why I tell you, don't believe everything I'm saying. Walk out into their world and you get your perspective on the craziness of what I'm saying. Okay, now one of the places that this is kind of interesting, and I'm going to kind of deal with the idea of karma and the energy of karma, what you put out, i.e., like I said, the Bible puts out you praying to a murder weapon. Most people believe they are praying and worshiping something great and wonderful and fantastic. So you have two actual different energies, and they combine together to make one. Now, if you are, okay, I'll use my mala here to see if I can do this. Okay, this is a mala. I bought it off of a company that I know of through the internet and mail order stuff. Okay, the seeds on this, at least as far as I know, they're seeds. I haven't actually cut one open yet, but they're either little balls of wood or their actual seeds, and based on the overall what I'm looking at, I would say it was some kind of a seed or something that they polished on down nice and round. It's supposed to come from a tree, Bodhi tree, in the city to near vicinity of where Buddha sat under a Bodhi tree and became very enlightened. Now, it's not so much that I'm 100%. I mean, I do happen to like this particular one. There is no religious markings whatsoever on it. It's not signifying that I am a Buddhist in any way, but rather that I have meditation practice in my life to have a mala. Okay. I don't care if you have it from a Christian source or a Catholic. Wherever you have meditation, you usually have something of this sort. Okay. It's accounting. It's a counting thing, okay? More than it is. Consider it a computer, folks. Okay, it's your smart device here. Go down the beads when you get to the first bead, because where is it? Yeah. See, there's the mother bead, the one big one with the little tassel on it. You make a full round. That's 108 beads. Okay. Different places have different numbers and different reasons. But I am not 100% suckered into what this is, okay? It is a focus simply for me to be thinking of compassion for the world when I have it in my hands, when I have it around me, when it's somewhere nearby, when I think about the fact that I also have one on my drum. Exact same thing, okay? Now I also have another one at? Here it is, right here. Okay. Another one that is simply supposed to be Bodhi beads. Okay. And, you know, in most respects, they're exactly the same thing. I just happen to like this one a little better. Okay. I also got this one first, and then I got the smaller one simply to get a couple extra ones for my drum and for having around for the fun of it. Okay. There is no... I'm not going to say there's no spiritual connection, because they're a physical object, which means there absolutely is a spiritual realm connection. Okay? Spiritual realm connection is a physical object. It has to have spiritual energy, consciousness, to make it a whole something. Okay? Now, like I said, one of my fun things is to tell people I'm an artist of chaos. Okay? So I do stuff. I project energy. Like I said, I created the International Space Station, and I put an awful lot of energy behind it, okay, and did all of my little thing here. But I also kept in mind that, you know, there's like this 5% random chance on absolutely anything, because I'm chaos. Okay? There is no control, no limit, no nothing, anything there. And I directly compare that to the cancer research industry. Cancer research funding industry, I think, would be a better way to put it. We're going to cure cancer. Okay, now if you're picking on a particular cancer, breast cancer, lung cancer, brain cancer, or something like that, you can narrow it down, yes. You can find things to help you see it and know it and recognize it before it happens. But by general rule, cancer is a cell gone radical. Okay, something in its environment has caused it to go radical and just start growing on its own. So there is no logical concept of curing cancer. It just cannot exist. There's always something going to do something somewhere down the line. I mean, age alone, you know, stop and consider that women are supposed to stop having children about 40 years of age, because their eggs in their ovaries have deteriorated, gotten old. The mitochondria, the DNA, things like this, have been exposed to radiation from X-rays, or walking through an airport scanner, or maybe they were near Hiroshima or Fukushima or Chernobyl, who knows, okay, whatever. They have been damaged by sunlight radiation penetrating through the body even, however you want to look at it, okay? They're old. I mean, think about it. Do you really want to walk into the supermarket and buy some eggs? I mean, yes, I should take that back. Chinese did have the 100-year-old egg, and it really was 100 years old, and it really was supposed to be kind of a bizarre, weird thing. And there's a few other things around the world I can point to that are similarly crazy. But the idea is, you know, you walk into the supermarket, you want fresh eggs. That's one of the places where the idea of going for the younger woman is in there, and it's also the same reason that an older woman will chase after a younger man, is that she is also considering the fact he is more virile, he has more energy, he has, you know, all of the prime qualities, regardless how you like your women or men or, you know, anything like that. You know, you are both driven to chase, theoretically, okay, from the base level, theoretically what would be the best genetics for you. But based on your overall opinion, you're going to try and decide where you're going. Well, this is kind of what karma is, okay? If you keep walking out and beating up on people, you're going to subconsciously start realizing that, you know, I've been an asshole all my life. I wonder what's going to happen when it catches up. Okay? So no matter what, and I don't want to say universal because I don't want to limit it to the universe. No matter what spiritual record, ASCII record, you know, they use one of those fancy words in there. No matter what the spiritual record is, you are also influencing what's going on by where your head is at now. If you're extremely arrogant and don't think there's anything wrong with what you're doing, in some ways you're not going to put out anything extremely bad. And back to the idea of these churches, they're wanting the miracle of heaven. They're praying to a murder weapon, and they're believing that they're praying to something that is an absolute beauty. So there is this middle road of uncertainty as to how it applies to what's going on around you. Okay? And this is exactly what you will find in your quantum physics, where consciousness affects your solid reality. What happens? Well, you've got the dementias and things like that are both, let's face it, you're using a lot of aluminum cooking and eat off of aluminum foil all the time, and chances are you're going to end up with dementia. Okay? Alzheimer's, things like that. It is a chemical effect on the physical brain. Okay? Now, you have the use of the aluminum, you have the use of other metals. Do you make a wise decision, or do you run around saying, no, I don't want to know about that kind of stuff? Yeah. That is affected. And karma is, whatever your karma is, you might, like I said, for me, I went through a time period where, well, I didn't go through it, I'm still living it. I don't like toothpaste, standard big, Colgate and stuff like that, because they're almost always peppermint or spearmint, which is good flavor, but not what I want to stick in my mouth every day. So even as a little kid, and you see me talking up here, it's pretty obvious I'm missing a few teeth. I don't tout this to anybody, but I never, even as a kid, got into brushing my teeth, and and the family hating me, of course, kind of actually benefited in a good karma way. They didn't give me a lot of crap because I didn't brush my teeth. They didn't like me. I was I was the terrible kid that everybody wanted to be rid of. So my karma, actually facilitated by being in an abusive relationship, facilitated the idea of the conspiracy theory that you don't want to do a lot of fluoride. So I didn't get into doing a lot of toothpaste, which was the prime requisite of heavy fluoriding. And then my water and such, went through variations of going out and being in the wilderness and stuff, and then coming back into the big city and tasting the crap that came out of there, and just simply wanting something better and getting bottled water more, the big bottle, the sparklets and stuff like that. So, this is how karma flows in and out of your life. Are you receptive to it? Are you putting out good energy for what you're looking at? You're not going to destroy the energy going towards a murder weapon, okay, the very lowest base function of it. But you are going to modify it in one way, shape, form, or another. And this is where, here I am, talking about how the world's all doomed, and I'm saying, you guys still have a chance. There's still something you can do for yourself. There's always that 5% chance in there. So karma is also you being available when the door opens. Like I said then in one of those other videos, I'm doing my head, go away opportunity. You lose it. But if you are trying to go with your karma, then yes, you are looking for things that happen around you to make life better. You're thinking about the possibilities, not limiting it. Don't limit yourself.